The Hearts of Gold podcast is brought to you by the Grow and Share Network, produced by Off the Walter Media Productions.
Welcome to Hearts of Gold. Today we have Josie with us. Hi, Josie.
Hello.
Can you tell us about your Girl Scout Gold Award project?
I did a 5-day summer camp called Lights, Camera, Action. It was basically to promote creativity in young adults and in young children, and to teach them about film history.
And what prompted you to choose this as your Gold Award project?
Well, I knew that I wanted to do something creative with my project, so at first I was thinking an art camp. I couldn't really find a venue for this, and it was getting a little bit messy, so I decided to go with a film camp when I found an appropriate venue and I found the volunteers that could go.
And so what was your venue?
My venue was UNCG. They allowed me to use their digital media commons, and it was a very nice space with all the technology that we could need.
What sorts of things did you teach during your camp?
I taught my students about creativity and the importance of creativity. I taught them about film history locally, generally, globally, internationally, and about animation. I also taught them how to make their own films using camcorders, green screens, and various video editing software.
What seemed to be the favorite part of the camp for the students?
Definitely the camcorders. Whenever they had the camcorders in their hands, they never wanted to let them go. It was really cool.
So if you were to change up your curriculum, would you change anything?
I don't think so. At the end of the camp, everyone was really just wanting more of the camp, so maybe I would make it a bit longer. But apart from that, I think that I taught a lot about the things that I wanted to touch on, and I also think that we covered each day very well with like activities and all.
What's an interesting piece of film history you could share with us?
Well, the first film was actually made by Edward Muybridge in 1878, and it was an animation of various pictures of a horse running, and it was the first time that people realized that horses have 2 hooves off the ground while they run, and it was very interesting.
What was your biggest challenge during your project, and how did you overcome it?
My biggest challenge was actually getting campers for the project. At the beginning, once my camp was approved, it was already almost summer break, and I was looking for more middle school and elementary school level students. And so I was planning on sending flyers to the schools so that they could attend my camp. But this was pretty hard because they have various rules on getting the flyers into the schools. And so I had to call a couple of people to get some campers, but eventually it worked out.
What tip do you have that you could share with our audience on how you successfully recruited those students that you did?
Definitely know who to ask, and also maybe start a little bit earlier on it. At first I thought that I would be able to just send the flyers out to my prior middle school because I had attended there, and I was just kind of assuming that I would be able to send flyers for something as cool as a summer camp. But they actually never responded to me. So then I asked my good friend Dr. Tu if she could send out flyers for the camp and ask some people. And so that ended up working out. And so it's just kind of know who to ask in those sorts of circumstances.
Do you have a favorite memory from camp that you'd like to share?
I don't know if I can really choose one. It's just any time that the campers were really excited about what they were doing, it just made me very happy to know that they were really excited about the curriculum that I was giving them. And so they were all very powerful moments to me.
What is the proudest piece of your project?
That at the end of the camp, we gave them surveys to ask, what would we improve upon? What do they not like about the camp? And most of them complained that they wanted more camp. They wanted to be there longer. They wanted to be learning more about film. And so they were saying, well, make it a 2 or 3 week camp instead of just the 5 days. And of course, that's a very long camp, but I was just very proud that they wanted more of the camp and that they didn't really have any complaints about what I had already done. And then also 1 year later, because my mom teaches one of the students that I had, they've been telling her, like, is she doing another camp this year? And it's it's just wonderful that I can know that I've impacted their lives in a way that they're just so excited about learning more about creativity.
You created a website to go along with your camp and shared your curriculum there. Can you tell us about your website and some of the curriculum?
The website includes a gallery of around, I think, 80 photos that I took during the camp, and also the list of volunteers. It also has a link to the PowerPoint that I used for the camp, which is 127 slides of curriculum. And that includes everything that I've taught, every activity that we did during the camp. And it also includes just kind of like the resources that we use that they could use in the future, like Shotcut, which is the video editing software that we used for their projects. It also includes their projects, and it includes a little bio about why I was doing the project in the first place.
You go to a special high school. Can you tell us about your school?
I went to the STEM Early College at NCANT. I actually just graduated, and that's pretty awesome. And so basically, it's an early college where you compress high school into 2 years of curriculum, and then you get 2 additional years of college courses where you're actually in college classrooms learning from college professors. And all of it's free, and so it's an incredible opportunity to get some college credits before you're actually, having to pay for it, and it was a wonderful experience. A bit grueling at times, but definitely something I would do again if I was given the opportunity.
How did you find and choose your school?
Well, my brother actually attended before me, and I think my parents found out for him through like a flyer or something. And so while my brother was attending, I was in middle school, and I was kind of having like, I guess, too easy of a time with some of the curriculum. I was able to get A's pretty easily. And so I wanted a challenge for high school. And so instead of going to my regular high school, I decided, let's give STEM a shot. I'm gonna try and see if I can make it there. And I did.
What was your favorite class at your school?
3D modeling class I had it in 10th grade. And that was really interesting because we were able to make 3D models of different like land and of different objects, and that was just really interesting. Or it was last semester I had a Python programming class, and I'm really interested in learning how to program because that's one of the things I want to go to college for. And so that was just a really fun class. I enjoyed every aspect of it.
What are your future plans?
To attend UNCW in the fall, and I wish to double major in film studies and in computer science.
What other Girl Scout activities do you have that you could share?
I completed my silver project in, I believe it was the summer of 2016, which was to make a trail bench for my community. And so every once in a while I visit it at my at a pond that's near my house, and it's very nice. I really like going there. And apart from that, just because of current events, we don't really have much planned for the future, but I'm really hoping that we're able to all get together one more time and just hang out as a troop.
What other experiences do you have that you'd like to share with the audience?
It's a bit of an old one, but I got my black belt in Taekwondo when I was 11, which was a very interesting experience, and I loved every second of it. I've been writing a comic for about a year. I haven't published anything yet, but I plan to start publishing sometime this fall or this winter, which is pretty awesome. One Girl Scout experience that I really enjoyed was I went to a summer camp, and we explored a cave called Whirly's Cavern, and that was a very interesting experience. And we also whitewater rafted, and that was really cool too.
How do you make your s'mores?
Well, I usually make them traditionally, but one time I did have them with, and this is going to sound a little weird, but it's really good actually. I did it with a York peppermint patty instead of the chocolate.
Very cool. Well, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This was awesome.
Make sure you click subscribe so you always know when new episodes are released. And if you have a Gold Award Girl Scout that you'd like to have featured, please connect with me. See the show notes for contact information. And don't forget to power your passion and conquer your challenges.
The Hearts of Gold podcast is brought to you by the Grow and Share Network, produced by Off the Walter Media Productions. Thank you for listening and spreading the word on what we do. If you want to share your story of how you earned your Gold Award, reach out and send an email to growandsshare@outlook.com. Be sure to listen to the newest episodes on your favorite podcast app, as well as view the full video episodes on youtube.com/Cheryl M. Robinson. That's youtube.com/Cheryl, the letter M, Robinson. Take care, and we'll see you next time.